Thank you all for coming back. You've already seen my tiny chocolate chip cookies. So we're going to do larger charm-sized chocolate chip cookies. And these ones, I really wanted to bring out the color of like a cookie dough in the center rather than having it rich. So I mixed 1/4 ecru from Primo with 3/4 translucent from Primo. And these are really easy to control the size of. You just roll them into a ball and smash them. If they're too big, then obviously you make one a little bit smaller. So here we go. And I'm smashing it down on some paper, flattening it more around the edges, letting it be higher in the center. So it's higher in the center, lower on the edges. And then from here, we're going to take hazelnut and a toothbrush. The toothbrush is meant for texturing. And then I go along the sides with the more thick areas of the toothbrush. And as you can see, that gives a lot of texture to the cookie. And then if any parts are too smooth, too rough, you could smooth them out with the top of the toothbrush. If it starts spreading out, you can push on the sides to give it a more round shape again. But let's see if we can show you the texture. So if you see the side, it's really lumpy and bumpy in there. From here, I take a pin and pull off pieces of the dark chocolatey color, and I tap them into the cookie with my pin. You could also tease out pieces which will be smaller, but you tap it on in there. I'd say put in some larger pieces and smaller pieces so it looks more realistic. Let me see if I can get this closer to you guys. So I tap parts of it in and I will remove pieces. And this way you get little areas with smaller cookies as well. You may not want to have a whole bunch on the cookie. That one's starting to look more like a circle. You're going to have to play around and see really where you like things best. Each one will be slightly different, of course, since you're making them on your own. And then I like to make sure that I tap it in enough that it's not going to really come out. And the sides of the toothbrush, remember, give it a lot more texture. And if you don't have enough texture, you can take a ball tool and go in certain areas and create ridges. That's kind of a big one. But you can create ridges and indents and grooves. After that, I still like to go over with the side to make sure that the ball tool didn't leave ball-shaped, round-shaped pieces in. Okay, so for the coloring, this is, I really wanted the cookie dough color, so what I did was leave it mostly plain. Then I take yellow ochre, rust, and brown, and then I shave the color off onto a piece of paper, and then we're going to paint them on. And I'm going to paint mostly along the edges. I'll do this in my hand so you can see better. But I go along the edges in a yellow ochre first. And every once in a while you could throw a little bit on top here or there just to add a little color to the top. And it depends on how you like your cookies, if you like them really toasty or not. I really wanted to have some of the cookie dough color really show through. So I grab a little bit of rust and a little bit of brown, and I keep those primarily at the edges to get them really toasty. You can always add some more of the yellows in. But as you can tell, you're really starting to toast up the sides there. And it's just continuing along the very edges. Like I said, I do try to leave a lot of the inside cookie dough color up on top. But because we want it to look cooked too, I need to make sure to get a lot of the toasty look along the very edges. There we go. So that is close to about it. It's going to bake a little bit darker. I might fix the places where I have the chocolate chips. But once you bake it, there you go. And for those of you who have not seen me make my charms before, once it's finished cooking, I then stick a safety pin straight through it wherever I want the hole. Oops, I did that one a little bit low. But after it's cooked is when I stick the safety pin through, and then I hang it on a head pin. So you can see that. The head pin goes straight through the back. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be talking to you guys soon. Thanks, bye.